I was born 87 years ago. For 65 years, I've ruled as Tamriel's emperor. But for all these years, I've never been the ruler of my own dreams. I have seen the gates of Oblivion, beyond which no waking eye may see. Behold, in darkness, a doom sweeps the land. This is the 27th of Last Seed, the year of Akatosh 433. These are the closing days of the Third Era and the final hours of my life.
Create the character. I'll tell you a little bit about what I want to be role-playing and what the character is going to be like. So, I'm going to go with, we'll call him, he's going to be a Breton, and he was born in the Sistrus Isles, born on a farm in a valley next to one of the great island-building mountains. And up in that mountain was a druid cathedral, and it had been chiseled into the mountain. And even into this era, the druids were still very strong in that area, and he grew up kind of idolizing those druids. The druids were very beneficial for the farmers, and so when he was old enough, he joined the order of druids that inhabited the castle, the cathedral. And we'll say he, as an initiate, there was an order of monks that were in the cathedral, and they had been there for centuries, and they still had a connection to Jeffrey through the base of that mountain, and it was believed that one of Jeffrey's world-building bones were there, we'll say. Let's get started here. What I'm looking for. Okay, so as an initiate, he was given the name Rufus, we'll say. So he's given the name Rufus in the Order of the Monks, and what do we got here? And in within this order of monks, they actually still had a group of spinners who communicated directly with Geoffrey and would often tell the stories that he told them to the rest of the monks as part of their, I guess, part of their ritual or part of their routine. And one day, they told a story of a tower in the east beset by a flood, and that great fire poured out from the earth and burned up the landscape, and that the people were afflicted, and a great dragon appeared and took pity on the people living there and tried to help them, but he was trapped by the flood and slain. And so Geoffrey took a small pebble and threw it into the tower, and the pebble grew into a great mountain, and its roots snuffed out the fire, and its peaks washed away the flood, and the people were saved. And so after this story, the monks contemplated on what this could mean, and it was decided that the tower was the Imperial City, the White Gold Tower, and the pebble was actually one of Geoffrey's followers. And so, after much deliberation and discussion and prayer, it was determined that the pebble would in fact be Rufus. So the monks bartered passage on a Redguard ship that would come by for supplies and was on its way to the Imperial City. Being that he's a monk, I think he'd definitely have a beard. And I think we'll go with that mustache. Maybe we'll see how that goes, how that looks. I want to go dark hair. Yeah, that's not going to make a difference, probably. We could maybe go something like this. That's not bad. That's not bad. Maybe more like that. Okay. So we'll give him a name. Rufus. He's a Breton from the Sistress Isles. Okay, so he's on the boat. And how he comes to be in the jail is when he arrives at the
Pale skin, snotty expression. You're a Breton. The masters of Magica, right? Nothing but a bunch of stuck-up snobs with cheap parlor tricks. Go ahead. Try your Magica in here. Let's see you make those bars disappear. No? What's the matter? Not so powerful now, are you, Breton? You're not leaving this prison till they throw your body in the lake. Oh, that's right. You're going to die in here, Breton. You're going to die. Hey, you hear that? The guards are coming. For you.
Boris, lock that door behind
But
us.
so when he arrives at the docks in the Imperial City, he has no identification.
We don't
no way
know
to
that,
prove he was
sire.
supposed to be
The
there.
messenger only said they were attacked.
Because
No, they're
and
dead.
apparently it hadn't been worked out with,
I know it.
With the Red Guard.
What's
So
this prisoner doing here? This
without
cell is supposed to be off
identification,
limits.
He was thrown into
Usual
jail,
mix-up with the watch.
or thrown into the
Never
prison.
mind. Get that gate open. Stand back, prisoner. We won't hesitate to kill you if you get in our way.
You, prisoner, stand aside. Over by the window. Stay out of the way and you won't get hurt.
No sign of pursuit, sir.
Stay put, prisoner.
Good. Let's go. We're not out of this yet.
You. I've seen you. Let me see your face. You are the one from my dreams. Then the stars were right. And this is the day. Gods give me strength.
Okay, so Rufus knows is assuming he's the little stone, and he's trying to search for meaning in this story and the reason why he's here, and he's been thrown into jail. Everything's very confusing, and now here's the Emperor. I think he's absolutely going to say, what's going on here?
Assassins attacked my sons, and I am next. My blades are leading me out of the city along a secret escape route. By chance, the entrance to that escape route leads through your cell. I am your emperor, Uriel Septim. By the grace of the gods, I serve Tamriel as her ruler. You are a citizen of Tamriel, and you too shall serve her in your own way.
Well, why am I in jail?
Perhaps the gods have placed you here so that we may meet. As for what you have done, it does not matter. That is not what you will be remembered for.
What should I do?
You will find your own path. Take care. There will be blood and death before the end.
Please, sire, we must keep moving. better not close this one. There's no way to open it from the other side.
This doesn't concern you, prisoner.
Looks like this is your lucky day. Just stay out of our way.
So I think the admissions there from the Emperor have definitely rocked Rufus. He's not gonna... He definitely doesn't understand how this Emperor would know the will of the gods, and when the will of the gods to Rufus would be Jeffrey. And so just thankful to be able to get out of the cell.
Close up left. Protect the Emperor.
Protect yourself.
The captain's down. This is the part where you fall down and bleed to death.
Glenroy, over here!
Take them down! Die, damn you!
Long for the dragon fires! Are you all right, sire? We're clear.
Captain Reno?
So that was
She's
his
dead.
instinct. I think
Sorry, sire.
Rufus, having been trained as a monk, one of his disciplines is fighting.
How could they be waiting for us here?
Don't know, but it's too late to go back now. Don't worry, sire.
Particularly
We will
hand-to-hand
get you out of
combat.
here.
They won't be the first to underestimate the blades.
Seeing
I'll take
the
point.
attack on
Let's move.
these people that just
You
got
stay
about
here,
to sell,
prisoner. Don't try to follow
He
us.
won't hesitate to jump in and help defend. Okay. Let's go this way. We got that torch. Now he picked up that sword, but I think he wanted to give that sword to the other blades, not necessarily keep it for himself. Rufus isn't gonna. Rufus focuses on hand-to-hand combat. He's not very comfortable around weapons. But he won't hesitate to pick up supplies. When he can find them. He's been trained and taught to be resourceful. And we don't have... I think in general he'll probably rely on alteration. As a druid, he'll rely on alteration for tampering with locks. But we'll say he's not unfamiliar with lockpicking, and he has a mechanical understanding from his training as a druid. But that's not going to be a big part of what he does. just explore around this cave, try to get some supplies, try to figure out how to get out of here, what's going on, and to see if this Emperor is part of his mission, or what is the will of Jeffrey actually in his mission that he's supposed to accomplish. Definitely at this point there's some doubt creeping in his mind. He's been in jail. The trip hasn't gone nearly the way he expected, and now he's kind of in a basement underneath That's a tough zombie. Say that one. Say average is probably the highest he can do. Probably the highest. Ooh, take some ale. Something to drink. Get some pretty good supplies. Deeper and deeper into the caverns we go. Now I think it would make sense for a monk, particularly like a druid monk, that they would be sneaky, but not in the like sneak thief sense, but rather just in the ability to move undetected, move quietly. Their training would, I think, facilitate that. And so I think in general, Rufus is going to have some sneak ability, but not be... That's not going to be the main way he's going to tackle issues that come up. I think that's not going to be his go-to, but it would make sense that he has some skill in it, I think. Let's see what else we can find in this cave.
Help? What makes you think help will get here before more of those bastards?
Here they come
We
again!
need to get the Emperor out of here. You're lucky I like you. Otherwise, you'd be
This
dead
is the
already.
part where you fall down and bleed to death!
You thought we'd go down easy?
Damn it! It's that prisoner again! Kill him! He might be working with the assassins.
Yeah,
No, he is not one of them.
there.
He can help us. He must help us. They cannot understand why I trust you. They've not seen what I've seen. How can I explain? Listen, you know the Nine, how they guide our fates with an invisible hand.
The Nine guide and protect.
I've served the Nine all my days, and I chart my course by the cycles of the heavens. The skies are marked with numberless sparks, each a fire, and every one a sign. I know these stars well, and I wonder which sign marked your birth.
Okay, so Rufus is going to be born under the Lord sign. I think this makes sense. Roleplay wise, as a monk, he would be. He's less inclined to wear armor and more likely to just use his natural defenses for the armor rating. And then the magic resistance is nice, both as a Breton and as a druid. He would develop magic resistance just kind of naturally.
The signs I read show the end of my path. My death, a necessary end, will come when it will come.
What about me?
Your stars are not mine. Today the Lord shall prove a faithful patron in your quest for glory.
At this point, I think it makes sense. Rufus is going to want to understand if this is part of Jeffrey's vision, if this is part of the story, and he's going to want to know this emperor seems to have a lot of knowledge of both the divines. He's going to hoping that Uriel Septim will have some answers.
My dreams grant me no opinions of success. Their compass ventures not beyond the doors of death. But in your face I behold the sun's companion. The dawn of Akatosh's bright glory may banish the coming darkness. With such hope, and with the promise of your aid, my heart must be satisfied.
Are you afraid to die?
No trophies of my triumphs precede me, but I have lived well, and my ghost shall rest easy. Men are but flesh and blood. They know their doom, but not the hour. In this, I am blessed to see the hour of my death, to face my apportioned fate, then fall.
Well, where are we going?
I go to my grave. A tongue shriller than all the music calls me. You shall follow me yet for a while. Then we must part.
Wish, sire.
You may as well make yourself useful. Here, carry this torch and stick close.
Okay.
Stick close and let us do our job. And you'll be all right.
I really like the little kind of blue glow.
The Emperor! For the flames and the Emperor!
Not much farther.
Hold on. I don't want those.
Oblivion!
Protect the Emperor! For the blades and the Emperor!
Hold up. I don't like this. Let me take a look.
Pretty lighted in here. We're gonna put the torch away and get ready for the fight.
Looks clear. Come on. We're almost through to the sewers. Damn it! The gate is barred from the other side. A trap!
What about that side passage back there?
Worth a try. Let's go.
It's a dead end. What's your call, sir?
They're behind us. Wait here, sire.
Wait here with the Emperor. Guard him with your life.
Oblivion! You thought we'd go down easy? Ah! Die, you scum! Watch your back, boys. This ends...
Die, you scum!
I can go no further. You alone must stand against the Prince of Destruction and his mortal servants. He must not have the Amulet of Kings. Take the amulet, give it to Joffrey. He alone knows where to find my last son. Find him and close shut the jaws of Oblivion.
Gum.
Stranger, you chose a bad day to take up with the cause
That's
of the
not
Septums.
smart. You thought we'd go down easy? For the Emperor! No. Talos, save us.
Rufus wasn't able
We
to save the
failed.
Emperor.
I failed. The Blades are sworn to protect the Emperor. Now he and all his heirs are dead. The amulet. Where's the Amulet of Kings? It wasn't on the Emperor's body.
Well, the Emperor gave it to me.
Strange. He saw something in you. Trusted you. They say it's the dragon blood that flows through the veins of every septum. They see more than lesser men. The Amulet of Kings is a sacred symbol of the Empire. Most people think of the red dragon crown, but that's just jewelry. The amulet has power. Only a true heir of the blood can wear it, they say. He must have given it to you for a reason. Did he say why?
He said I have to take it to Joffrey.
Joffrey? He said that? Why?
Well, there is another heir still alive.
Nothing I ever heard about. But Joffrey would be the one to know. He's the Grand Master of my order. Although you may not think so to meet him, he lives quietly as a monk at Waynon Priory, near the city of Coral.
Well, how do I get there?
First, you need to get out of here. Through that door must be the entrance to the sewers, past the locked gate. That's where we were heading. It's a secret way out of the Imperial City. Or it was supposed to be secret. Here, you'll need this key for the last door into the sewers.
The sewers?
There are rats and goblins down there. But from what I've seen of you, I'm guessing you're an experienced knight. Am I right?
Interesting that he would say knight, given that the knights are held highly within the druidic circles, going back to like the Stone Lore circle. But no, we are not exactly a knight. We're gonna go with combat specialization. Or here's the thing. Well, let's go with that. Wish there was a way to split. Yeah, Yeah, we're gonna go with combat specialization. Being part of the druid monk circle, the discipline taught would be is I don't know. Well, here's the thing. So druids would be known for magic, but at this point, I think that combat makes more sense. The magic that a druid would use would actually be more like, would be different, and it's not, I don't know. I just feel like they're not a mage, and I don't. The magic specialization is more for mages, but we're in our fighting style. We're definitely going to be more. Well, we're going to be hand to hand. We're going to be blocking, and it would be nice to get a little bit of boost to that and let them rise a little bit more to make us. I think this is his training. Rufus's training as a monk was focused on combat skills, not for the point of combat, but for the point of strength and discipline and things like that. And that's what we're going to go with here. Now, because of that, I think our favorite attributes are going to be strength. And probably endurance. Actually, I think we're going to go strength and willpower. So, I think these would be the traits that would be kind of emphasized in the monk initiation and through their training and their discipline. I think that, yeah, it makes sense that those two would be focused on, and with the combat specialization, this order of monks would definitely emphasize this combination, I think. Now, as far as Rufus goes, his major skills will be, I think it makes sense, athletics, block, and hand-to-hand, just for straight-up combat. We're not going to be wearing armor or using weapons, so we don't need the rest of those. Wouldn't be something that Rufus would focus on. As far as the magic skills, it's going to be alteration, destruction, and restoration. So alteration, that would be the main representation of the druid magic, I think. Things as far as like being able to breathe underwater, walk on water, the locks, and shield will be very important. Destruction, Rufus isn't going to cast very many elemental spells, but destruction does have some spells for debuffing enemies, and I think that'll be of interest to Rufus. And then restoration, I think, is another important one for the druidic magic, to be able to heal, handle resistances, and also fortify attributes. Probably won't do much absorbing. We're not true mage or a necromancer or anything like that. And then in stealth, we're just going to go acrobatics for the additional mobility. Later on, I think it's going to be really cool to see the monk be able to move into places and do things that others can't, as a defense or as a strategic decision. We're gonna call the class a druid. Whoops. Druid monk. And so we have combat specialization, our favorite attributes, strength and willpower, and the major skills: acrobatics, alteration, athletics, block, destruction, hand-to-hand, and restoration.
I wasn't far off. In any case, rats and goblins won't give you any trouble.
Well, after the sewers, then what?
You must get the amulet to Joffrey. Take no chances, but proceed to Wayne Priory immediately. Got it?
Okay, yes, I understand.
Good. The Emperor's trust was well placed.
What about you? What will you do?
I'll stay here to guard the Emperor's body, and make sure no one follows you. You'd better get moving. May Talos guide you. By the way, thanks for recovering Captain Renault's sword. I'll see that it is given a place of honor in the halls of the Blades.
Great. Okay. So now we have a mission. We need to take the Amulet of Kings that we got from the Emperor to Joffrey at the Wayne Priory near Coral. And we need to go out this way. So it's starting to dawn on Rufus that this might have very well been what Joffrey was talking about in the story that he told to the Spinners. And he's starting to realize that even if not, this... We'll open the door for this. Even if not, this has become a pretty important thing. The Emperor is dead, his sons are dead, we need to find an heir. And, I mean, realistically, potentially, that heir could be in danger as well. If the other Emperor's sons were killed, it would make sense that whoever is doing this might know about the heir. So I think it would be a priority for Rufus, having no really other ties here, knowing that he's here for some mission of Joffrey. He's gonna buy into this completely. Looks like there's a way up there. Let's see if we can get there. There's a lot of excitement building in Rufus as well to know that he's on a quest like this. Even though, as poorly as it started out, he has faith that it's not in vain. He's reached the exit. We good here? Here we are. Well, so that's the start of Rufus's journey. And I think this is where we'll leave it off for the time being. When we come back, we'll try to figure out what Rufus will decide to do next and how he's going to get to Wayne on Prairie.